Hello friends, and welcome into our weekly update video for this week ending July the 10th. It's me all alone this week, Mitch Prosser, our Vice President here at NC Family. Of course, Anna Scott, as always, behind the camera. There's a lot to get to this week. Of course, the General Assembly is not in this week. The adjournment resolution that they passed last week tells us that they may be coming back on the week of July the 27th. So we'll let you know what they're doing, when they're doing what they're doing on the week of July the 27th. But the last couple of weeks have been fairly busy, so a little bit of review and then a few new things that have happened in the General Assembly or with the governor. Of course, as most of you who watch our videos know or have been paying attention to the news, the state now has a budget, and as of this past Tuesday, the governor signed a $34.4 billion budget that the General Assembly passed. Some of the measures or some of the expenditures that are in the budget that we let you know about last week, some of these are policy changes or additions as well, like an income tax reduction for gambling losses. We've talked extensively about that. A 23% tax on sports gambling, up from 18%. A 6% tax on predictive markets like Kalshi and Polymarket. We're one of the first states in the country to do this. Released time education, that's a policy change in that was in the budget. And then a few spending provisions as well that are really encouraging. $6 million for pregnancy centers, $3 million for the Human Coalition, and a $3 million provision for responsible fatherhood that's been dedicated to the Department of Health and Human Services. So a lot in this $34.4 billion budget. It was passed in a bipartisan manner last week, and on Tuesday of this week, Governor Stein did in fact sign the 634-page long $34.4 billion budget. And so we're grateful for all of the hard work from the General Assembly and from the governor and his team to ensure that the state has a budget, and from what many are calling a good budget. So thankful to all of those people, and thankful that the governor has signed that bill. Speaking of things that the governor signed, HB 83, something that we've reported extensively about. Representative John Torbett had a bill originally aimed at inappropriate material distributed to minors. Some human trafficking provisions were added to that bill. Governor Stein signed that bill as well. And then another bill that we talked to you about last week that was a conference committee report is HB 328, a bill aimed at regulating hemp-derived consumable products, synthetic kratom, CBD, not CBD, THC products like Delta 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then gas station heroin known as xylazine. This bill aims at curbing, if not all out, eliminating those products from shelves. It will fall in line with a November implementation of a federal regulation on these harmful chemicals. I need to let you know that the Senate did pass this bill this past week in a very strong statement from Senators Lee, Senator Rabin, and many others. They led the way on passing this legislation, this conference report, and the House is now working through this bill. As Representative and Speaker of the House, Destin Hall, said, it's a fairly complicated bill. That House is working through this, and we'll keep you up to date on what the House decides to do potentially on July 27th or the week of July the 27th when they come back. So thank you to the Senate for passing this bill. Of course, our position here at NC Family is we believe all these products are harmful for all North Carolinians, but this is a good step in the right direction to keep these harmful chemicals, these dangerous drugs out of the hands of many North Carolinians. Speaking of a wonderful July 4th that I started the video with, we hope that you enjoyed a great Independence Day. Our team had a great Independence Day celebrating, each of our team members celebrating in our respective locations with our families. But another wonderful thing that happened this past week, right in the follow-up to July the 4th weekend, is our very own Director of Research and Education, Adamo Manfra, was promoted from major to lieutenant colonel, and there's a link so you can see the pictures of what happened this past week. We're so proud of him and honored that he's a part of our staff. We're so grateful for his service, not only here at NC Family, but as a part of the Marine Corps Reserve to our country. And so a heartfelt note of gratitude not only to him, but all of those men and women serving our armed forces and our country through our military. We are so grateful for you, and we are blessed that we have a country that we can celebrate those freedoms just like we did this past weekend on July the 4th. So a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks, a little bit of time off here in the General Assembly, but our team is still working very passionately, very actively on our voter guide that's going to be coming out soon in October. All of the prep work that goes along with that. So we are working very ardently moving forward in that direction. And we are so grateful for you and your dedication, your partnership with our team here at NC Family to ensure that our state and nation are places where God is honored, religious freedom flourishes, families thrive, and life is cherished. So thank you for watching this weekly update video. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.